Hi folks, it's Mike Murphy, and today's quick tip is in Adobe After Effects CC 2025. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a line boil animation on your text and your graphics using the Displacement Map and Turbulent Noise effects. Line boil animation is just referring to that jittery movement or that wiggle that you're seeing on the graphics and the text. It's typically achieved when you're doing hand-drawn frame-by-frame animation. So as you trace over the graphic or text frame by frame, the imperfection of not being able to trace perfectly is creating that jittery line boil animation. My composition is 1920 by 1080 pixels, 24 frames per second, 10 seconds in duration, and I just have this light gray background color. I added some graphic layers. These are just hand-drawn graphics, and then I added a text layer. The first thing I'm going to do is add the Turbulent Noise effect on a new solid layer. So to create a new solid, I'm just going to right click in an empty space in the Layers panel, go to New, Solid. I can also go to the top menu, go to Layer, New, Solid. I'll just call this Turb Noise. Make it comp size. Background color does not matter. I'll just click OK. To add Turbulent Noise, I'm going to go to the Effects and Presets panel. I'll do a search for Turbulent, T-U-R-B. There you'll see Turbulent Noise under Noise and Grain, and I'll just drag this right onto the solid layer. I'll keep the default settings as is, but I'm going to animate Turbulent Noise, as that is what is going to be driving the line boil animation. And to animate Turbulent Noise, I'm just going to twirl open Evolution Options. I'm going to press Option or Alt, then click on the stopwatch next to Random Seed. I'll go down in the timeline. Let's make a little room so you can see. I'm going to type out a simple expression, time, all lowercase, T-I-M-E, asterisk, so Shift 8. I'm just going to type in the number 4. So it's going to be a really subtle animation. I'll end it with a semicolon for best practice. I'll tap the spacebar, and now we have movement on our Turbulent Noise effect. Cool. So next, I'm going to add the Displacement Map Effect. Now I could add the effect on each of the individual layers, but I'm just going to add it on a new adjustment layer. So everything under the adjustment layer is going to be affected by the displacement map. So first I'll create the adjustment layer. We'll go into the layer menu, New, Adjustment Layer. I'll go to the Effects and Presets panel and do a search for Displacement, D-I-S-P. There's the displacement map. Under Distort, I'll just drag this onto the adjustment layer. I'll rename the adjustment layer by tapping Return. I'll call it Displacement Map. I'm going to toggle off the visibility of this Turbulent Noise layer as we don't need to see it. And with the adjustment layer selected, I'll go to the Effect Controls panel. So the displacement map basically shifts or displaces layers vertically and horizontally. It just moves things around. But it does so by using another layer as its displacement map. So where it says Displacement Map Layer, we need to tell it what layer to use as its displacement map. And we're going to select Turbulent Noise. Now if I tap the spacebar, we don't have any movement. That's because we needed to go to the second drop down and choose Effects and Masks. And now when I tap the spacebar, we've got ourselves a little wiggle and that kind of line boil hand-drawn look. Nice. And to change the animation, maybe you want to speed things up, slow things down, add a little variety to the animation. So all you need to do is select the Turbulent Noise layer and go to the Effect Controls panel. So I'll tap EE to reveal the expression. So we currently have time times 4. The higher the number, the faster the animation is going to be. So I'll put 24, tap the spacebar, and you can see we have a lot of jitter. So maybe you like this fast line boil, but it's just a little too intense. Well, one of the reasons that I really love this technique is that you can actually use the opacity property of Turbulent Noise to fine-tune the animation. So as I lower the opacity, you're going to see it's slowing down the animation. If I bring it down to 0, you see the animation stops. And I can just increase and really dial in the animation to get it exactly how I want it, which is pretty cool. Because the displacement map effect is on an adjustment layer, everything below that adjustment layer is getting the line boil. So if I added a solid or a background layer, it's going to get that line boil effect, which I don't want. So all I'm going to do is just go to another composition where I have a background And I'll just take that line boil animation composition that we just created and just drag it into the new composition. Tap the spacebar, and now we have a line boil animation created using the Turbulent Noise and Displacement Map Effects in Adobe After Effects CC 2025. My name is Mike Murphy. Cheers.